Wow.
Amazing.
That's fascinating.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right, so that actually brings us to the topic for today. But before we go there, my next question is, how do you look at it when a man is married to a working wife, a full-time working wife, and our society has taught us that a wife still have to do a lot of hard work after work? How do you look at it?
I believe we are living in a very different era in life where most of the women nowadays, they are working. Most of the women, they are no longer just sitting at home and being mothers. And even though they would be, it will be maybe a woman or a wife who is working from home. So when it comes to the relationship, it's all about compromise. It's all about communication. It's all about doing something that is going to work for the two of you. Because I think we are getting out of that time whereby we need to actually put women just to be at home and taking care of babies, mopping the floors, and waiting for daddy when he comes home and cooking. We are living in that life whereby the wife also needs to have a space as a woman. She also needs to go out there, and she is also laboring just like the man is, but still more as a woman. You don't forget your duties as a wife. So there will be times that if you feel like it's getting too much, you can actually have a helper, but the helper should not be the woman of the house. You should still take your place as a woman to be able to take over those responsibilities. That is why the Bible says you are the support, you are the mate of the husband, the perfect, the suitable helper for the husband. So it's all about communication, it's all about compromise, and it's all about what is it that you're going to agree in the marriage that you need to be doing that is going to work for the both of you.
Yeah, because like we see that women also do the same very work that the men are doing.
Correct.
Probably bringing the same significance at home with the man.
Correct.
And then afterwards, you finish work at the same time, 8 p.m. And you know the husband comes back home and just sitting watching TV. How do you look at it?
For me, I believe a man will always be a man, and there will be certain things that as a young woman you also have been taught from where you're coming from. To say sometimes a man needs that comfortable place when they come home, just a place of peace, a place of safety, and a place where they can just relax. And as much as it is just Mary, maybe the woman's responsibility to make sure that he is resting very well when he comes home, it's also still our responsibility sometimes where we can actually talk, we can co-work together in terms of like helping each other with certain clothes, but it's not a must that you need to actually reinforce that on the man. The man himself, from the agreement, from the arrangement, from the compromise, you'll find that it actually works better, because with communication everything can happen. It can happen that maybe you are running late from work, the husband is at home, and he's taking the meat out of the fridge, and maybe he's already putting it in the oven, or whatever the case might be. It's not a matter of why did you not cook, because noise also is going to chase the man away. So you come in and you do it out of love. It's a matter of the man doing it out of love. It's a matter of that husband. You know how sexy it is when the husband is washing dishes, my sister. It's so sexy when you see your husband doing things that they don't normally do.
Tell me about it.
That is why there is something that is called quality time. Sometimes when a woman is looking for quality time, it's not just quality time of like let's touch each other. It's not about all of those things. Quality time can just be being there. Even if it's just coming home and helping her do something while she's busy frying something on the stove. You can be just chopping some onions on the side and you're talking. How is your day? That is part of quality time, enjoying time together. By the time you get to bed, there is a lot of all those formalities of hours work has already been done in the kitchen. So it starts in the kitchen and it ends in the bedroom. So and you know, once a man is helping you in that area, when you get to the other side of the bedroom, it's so easy for a woman to minister to her husband like that. because there was something. It's not just foreplay in terms of like sexy things.
It
starts from the kitchen. It starts from the lounge. It starts from everywhere. It starts at the door when you're welcoming each other in the house. Because romance should not change in the marriage.
It must not be in the bedroom.
It must not only be in the bedroom. It starts from
everywhere.
Everywhere. It starts from everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was amazing. All right. So when we spoke the last time we talked, we spoke about, you know, when sometimes our society has made us to get married earlier before the time, because obviously of trying to impress others, your family and all that. And most of the times we are making lots of mistakes in marriage, or probably even marrying the man who is not of your kind, who is not of your level. We've seen a lot of ladies actually marrying in men. I mean, marrying the spouse that is not of their kind because of the pressure they get from the society. What would you say that it is really the problem when you get married just because of the society? What then comes when you are in the house?
I think we must not be getting married. I'm speaking now to the young woman who is listening out there, because we speak from a place of knowing. We speak from a place where you also know, and sometimes you've got friends that have gone through, family members, or it can also be an example of yourself, of where you're coming from, where you actually look at a man and without maybe discovering much. I was speaking to a friend of mine and they said, I wish there could be older women, the Titus women. The Bible says that they will learn from the older generation to say, it's not just about the muscles, it's not just about the six-pack, it's not always about the looks.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It is usually about what is it that man is going to bring into that relationship, besides the biceps and the triceps. What is the man going to bring into the relationship?
So it's not only the muscles.
Vision. What is his vision for life? What are his goals? What is it? It's not just what does he like. I like going to the movies. You know what? One day going to the movies and having to, it's going to finish. Romance sometimes gets finished, or it's not going to be there all the time. What is it that I, as a woman, as the Bible says, I am going to be the helper? What is it that I'm going to support this man with? What is the vision? With that vision and with the goals that we have collaborated together, we can build a powerful house. We can build a powerful house where I can be able to support the head as a neck and say, okay, this is the way to go, this is the way to go. Not being dictating, but being the helper, so that he can also see that I think with this woman we can achieve more.
So while you're on that point, I also want to emphasize on if then we have married a man who is not your level, or you are higher than him, and do you have, as a woman, do you have to bring yourself down to the level of the man, so that, I mean, because a lot of men feels
intimidated.
So because of you. So do you think you, as a woman, do you have to come down to their level, reduce yourself so that you should be accepted?
I don't think so. I think those are the things that needs to be addressed from the beginning, because sometimes it just happens that maybe that situation happens along the way. But also what I have picked up, that sometimes it can also be a low self-esteem that is going to be in the man. So as women, we are taught that no matter how much you're bringing on the table, it's not a matter of you announcing it. I think the only moment when you start announcing it, I know from experience, most women, they'll voice it out if there is now a set of like some abuse or some ignorance that is happening in the marriage, where you feel neglected as a woman, even though you're bringing much. But I believe that if it is in a marriage context, whoever doesn't bring the most money, it doesn't matter, but how you communicate with each other, how you love each other, how you respect each other, it's very important, to the point where people outside must not know that this car or this house or this couch or whatever, that it actually belongs to the woman. They will only discover those things if there is a mess somewhere, somehow. And I'm talking this because I know. But throughout, people must just, this is a powerful couple, and this is how it's actually working.
So like, as a woman, you have to cover up.
You need to cover up for your man, and you need to work together.
What if your man in this scenario, he is trying to not see you trying to bring you down? Then trying to reduce you, like not encouraging you, to not supporting you to move forward as a woman. Yes. What do you have to do?
Then when it comes to that point, it is unfortunately that is where we actually say this is not a one person's side. It's not a one-sided thing. If it's a love relationship, it's supposed to be both ways. So if someone is just taking, the other one is always giving, and the other one is always taking, and there's no watering back, there is no way the relationship is going to work. So there will always be frictions here and there. There will always be fights. But I think if that is actually going on for a long time, I would say to every woman, that is when you can make the decision to say enough is enough, because at the end of the day you're going to be suffocating in that relationship, and you realize that you start losing yourself while you're in it.
Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. It was nice having you in the studio.
No, it was a pleasure talking to you. Always a pleasure.